Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Majin Starcraft, and today we're gonna bring you a Protoss versus Zerg match right here between NEXSickness and NEXKabbom, a training match between Nex, and there's the GG. That's it, game over, goodbye, see you next time. Anywho, as you can see, the map is on Lost Temple. Trolls in 3, 2, 1. Ha! Wrong, trolls! This is not Lost Temple. I know it's not Lost Temple. The Lost Temple has been found, and it's now the Shattered Temple. So yes, this is a modified Lost Temple map known as Shattered Temple. And that's hard to say when you have a lisp Shattered Temple. It feels weird. The difference is basically you do not have the overhead high ground on the expansion, and apparently there's a ramp to the corner maps. Corner map. What else? The center has been modified a little. There no longer are those platforms right here that Protoss used to abuse, thanks to using blink stalkers and such, or landing drops. Other than that, the map seems fairly similar. The problem is now, of course, your natural has 2 points of attack, but no longer being able to get harassed, mostly by Terran players. I mean, let's face it, Terran players used to love that cliff with Thor drops, tank drops, and it was just annoying. NEXKabbom is actually opting to go for a 13 pool and an extractor, so that means early speed, getting scouted in time by NEXSickness. And Kaboom hasn't scouted the sickness, and that means that he will be going on the intuition for quite a while, unless he actually sends out a drone. Sickness, in turn, our beloved Protoss, is opting to go for a forge wall-in. That means an expansion and a couple of cannons to lay down defensive capabilities against those early Zerglings. As you can see, we have the probe taking care of the Xel'Naga Temple. I miss the statue of Zeratul. I miss the small thing, the small plateau that Pylo the Pylon hid behind. Remember that? You guys remember that? I sure do. A long time ago. I think Abraham Lincoln wrestled a bear back then, or something like that. In terms of income, we do have both players at similar amounts of minerals. Of course, Kaboom is behind because 3 of his harvesters are on gas, and of course, that means that he is looking to get the speed, which means that, yeah, metabolic boost is already on the way. A couple of Zerglings already out to take care of the scout problem. Kaboom's overlord has almost finally reached sickness, and he'll soon see that he does not have a gateway. So yeah, as you can see, sickness can see, Kaboom cannot see that there's an expansion. I wonder how long he'll delay this scouting. Will he delay it long enough for sickness to get a big economical advantage or not? So close, so close. Come on, can you see that? Meanwhile, there is some action on the map, as you can see, chasing down a scout. But nope, opting not to go in, and that's just bad. I suppose a couple of probes will be spotted when they start mining, but still. Oh, there we go. Zergling finally manages to scout the wall-in, so that means it's pretty certain what lies behind this certain wall-in. There's the gateway. There's 2 pylons, actually 3 pylons powering 1 lonely cannon, and I suppose a second cannon should be laid down. Cybernetics core to try and reinforce the wall. Very nice indeed, do. Very smart play. Despite the fact that the core will fall, he still has 2 pylons and the cannon. And here we go, transitioning SCVs. As I said, in this map, in this variation of Lost Temple, there's an expansion for Kaboom as well, deciding I'm not gonna fall behind in economy, my friend. Yes, we are clanmates, but I will not let you defeat me. Or, probably if you want it in Korean. Yeah. Please, I'm hoping that Koreans are actually good people in terms that they don't get offended by that, because I'm pretty sure English sounds to them like hola suoni ha. It's all about language, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about language. If you don't know a language, it basically sounds like monkey talk. Doesn't matter what it is. If you don't know French, it sounds like a poodle pooping. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're German, it sounds like you're taking a crap with razors in it. So, yeah. Oh. If you don't know Romanian, well, I would, but honestly, insulting Romanian would be just not nice. Not in the sense of not nice, but just too violent. The things I have to say about my own language are just too nasty. Anyway, getting back to the game, we have a robotics facility, second extractor, well, I don't know, third extractor actually on the way for fourth extractor for Kaboom. There we go, fourth extractor. So opting to go for a very gas-intensive build. Right now he doesn't have anything. Lair is here, so we do have lair tech. There is no spire. The road warren is done. We do have glial reconstruction, so road speed, road speed, road speed. So he might opt to go for roaches. Roaches are very, very good in this situation because basically they outrange the cannons. And they can do a lot of damage. They can take out these production buildings. They can take out the research building before the cannons actually start doing some damage. We do have the robotics facility and getting on an observer. So if that observer might go out in time, he might be able to spot the roach problem. Apparently Kaboom is actually going for a high yield. Whoa, Overseer, very nice. Overseer using that Overseer speed to scout everything up, and now he knows what's coming up. Knows what to expect. He knows that there is not that much here to defend. He knows that there's a robotics facility, but without a bay he can only expect immortals or observers, and observers are highly more likely. And there is a Stargate, so laying down a Stargate right after that observer run by, pretty smart play. NEXKabbom actually securing a high yield and going for burrow, so burrowed roaches. Two stalkers here warped in. Let's see, will they be able to take out the overseer before? I don't know. Has Kaboom seen the Stargate? No, Kaboom has not seen the Stargate. Very nice indeed he do. Couple of roaches here have been scouted by the observer, and I suppose Sickness should pretty soon try to scout for this high yield. See that if soon he will fall behind in economy. Right now he is slightly behind. Wonder why. He has the harvester advantage. Anywho, securing out immortals to deal with the roaches, getting out a robotics bay to probably go and enroll in other robotics facility. So that means that we're pretty much certain we might see Colossus. Colossus against roaches, not so good. But again, there's that high-end strategy of mass stalkers, couple of sentries, and Colossus. That can take out anything. Meanwhile, the Stargate is actually being put on the back pedal, producing one lonely void ray, when the lonely void ray will not be able to do that much. However, in terms of attack, it will be able to do some damage because I do not see a spire. Does the production facility, production tab say anything about a spire? No, we do have missile attacks on the way, but that's basically it. Another expansion for Kaboom, sending out another overseer for the scout to try and make sure that the Protoss is not expanding. As long as Kaboom can keep Sickness on two bases, he basically has control of the map right now. He does have control of the map because, as you can see, Sickness is playing very defensively. And here comes a Void Ray to take out the poor Overseer, laying down a Changeling, and the Changeling, whoa, nope, spotted, destroyed. Very nice reaction time from Sickness, not just following, actually, not just clicking attack and then being somewhere else, nope, following and spotting that Changeling Zealot. I suppose good way to spot the fact that that Zealot is not yours. Simply don't produce Zealots. A lot of pylons because Sickness has managed to supply block himself. Oopsie. But bringing out a Colossus, upgrade for that Colossus, and extended thermal lance. And of course, this is actually good because, as you can see, NEXKabbom is actually opting to go for Hydras. And yeah, Colossus do work well against Hydras. Right now what Sickness needs is something to counter those roaches. One immortal won't do. Finally deciding to go for the expansion. However, he does not know that Kaboom has the high yield, and in terms of income, Kaboom is quite ahead by 500 resources and gas. And 200 gas, and soon he'll be on even more because he has finally secured this expansion right here. And yeah, this used to be an island, now it's no longer that, because the Lost Temple has been shattered. Yeah, sometimes Blizzard really needs to, you know, think up of more creative ways to revamp things. In fact, Blizzard should not revamp things at all. If you're into WoW, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go into it, but revamp things. I've always want. Oh, Zergling right here. Very nice. Burrowed Zergling to make sure that Sickness doesn't actually expand to the high yield. However, Sickness does have enough resources to fully powerfully expand on the former island expansion, getting up 2 photon cannons to make sure that these rocks are safe, and bringing out 2 gateways to make sure that there's a wall in here. So very nice, very nice, very nice play indeedy do, with a pylon to power everything. Overlord speed done. Sadly, the Overlord is not a drop, but it's just gonna go sacrifice itself right there to see that what is up there. Only gonna see an expansion, as you can see. Meanwhile, Kaboom opting to poop creeps on every single other expansion on the map, just to make sure that there's no expansion going on. Also securing the expansions with a very nicely burrowed Zergling, denying any kind of build. And let's check out the production tab. Colossus, Void Ray, Stalkers. That's a build, ladies and gentlemen, that's a build. So we have more Void Rays, 5 more Stalkers, that's 5 more Stalkers, a lot of Colossus. This Colossus wall is getting really powerful. Void Ray is in there for good measure. Right now, whoa, there's an expansion and another expansion, so Kaboom opting to go mass expand. We have mass Roaches, mass Mutas, and I honestly think that there's not enough Stalkers in here for the defensive. There are a couple of Void Rays, and whoa, Muta harass time, Muta harass time. A lot of Mutas. How many Mutas? Switch units tab. 20 Mutas coming in for the rain down the destruction. And they're just gonna take out all these probes in a couple of seconds. Bam, 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 bam. A lot of probes dying. Zerg mobility. I wish it didn't exist. But what are you gonna do? Some people complain about balance. And meanwhile, while as you can see, while Sickness is distracted up here, we do have all these roaches putting down these rocks, and now he has a very nice possibility of running in here. He does have enough forces to run in here. The R2 sentry is very nice, trying to separate the wall, and however, extended road range is able to attack the lonely photon cannons, and once those cannons falls, a huge chunk of the defensive is going to fall. As you can see, Muta's doing even more damage to this expansion and just kiting around the poor Protoss army. Kaboom doing loads of damage. As you can see, in terms of units lost, Sickness is really behind with 4,000 units lost, but now the Colossus burn ability is coming into play, burning up a couple of roaches. But as I said, roaches are so powerful when it comes to resisting Colossus strikes. They're armored. Colossus do a fixed amount of damage, so they do 17 damage. That's all they do. However, roaches being armored, they can take it. They can take a lot more pounding. They also have quite a bit of health, and besides, once they get underground, they're gonna regenerate health a lot faster, I'll tell you that. So here comes the Protoss army. So the only strategy right now for Sickness is to push. However, Kaboom is actually opting to go in there and do some harassment, leaving 2 lonely Mutas, not bringing them back. Here's an encounter using all those shields to defend, and very nice Mutas from behind, gonna try and snipe off the Colossus. There we go, sniping off 1 Colossus, gonna snipe off 2 Colossus. The Stalker should really try and turn around and do some damage. The Colossus are hidden behind the Guardian shields, but there we go, another Colossus fell, and that's a great encounter there. And right now Sickness is using the Protoss Ball of Death to do as much damage as possible. However, the Mutas flying overhead and getting shot down by all the Stalkers in the Guardian Shield. The Guardian Shield is doing its thing, protecting all the Stalkers. Only 2 Colossus left alive. However, everything is going according to plan. Everything is going according to plan. So there we go, the fighting continues. As you can see, the Protoss Ball of Death is still plowing through. Only 2 Colossus left, but I suppose more are on reinforcement. Nope, the production tab says we have nothing for Sickness, so Sickness deciding that this Ball of Death will do. Meanwhile, Kaboom deciding to go run inside the base with a lot of Zerglings. Not gonna do that much, honestly, with just a couple of Zerglings. 19 roaches on the way, couple of Zealots in there for good measure to actually slow everything down. Nidus network falling. As you can see, now the Zerglings are inside the main of Sickness, but these Zerglings will not do the damage. Sad to say, will not be able to go in a base race with this Ball of Doom, honestly. As you can see, all these Overlords, do they have anything load up? No, just running away, but taking out so much. So Sickness using that mass Stalker, Colossus, and Void Rays for good measure, why not? Ball just to overpower the Zerg player. I think this is it. I mean, I don't see how in any way, shape, or form how Kaboom can actually come back from this. Still doing a lot of damage with the Zerglings actually coming in roaches, so this is an all-out base race, trying to run in there, gonna try and do something. However, the photon cannon's actually doing the damage, and now Kaboom is actually desperately trying to do some damage, but so is Sickness. Sickness is doing some loads and loads of damage, taking out everything, harvesters, building. So, but right now, it's a base race. I don't know who will win. It's basically because Kaboom has his units a lot spread out, and his buildings spread out across the map, while Sickness is basically clumped up, so he will start losing a lot of units. What Sickness really needs, oh, laying down one assimilator right there, very nice indeed. You do more roaches on the way, so it's an all-out base race at the moment. As you can see, all these roaches, what he should do is just, you know, whip in something to slow this down. Does he have the resources? No, he does not, and he's also supply blocked. Let's see how I guess he has reinforced his army too much. As you can see, a lot of drones being burrowed inside, but luckily there is an observer in there, so all these drones cannot hide, cannot hide, and Kaboom actually has enough resources. Once this army moves out of the way, he can just pop up and lay down some buildings. So actually Sickness is ahead, and Sickness might win, because right now Kaboom has still, again, buildings spread out all across the map. He does have, this drone will probably lay down a assimilator. He has this assimilator right here, this extractor right here. There is this assimilator right here, so it's very close, trying to take down everything, trying to make sure to take out all the drones, but that's not gonna happen. As you can see, all these drones actually gonna attack the lonely assimilator. Drone swarm. There is one lonely assimilator here, but this assimilator will fall, and that's it. Sickness is gonna lose. Sickness is gonna lose. Sickness is gonna lose, because this is all he has. Sickness is gonna lose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sickness has lost. Sickness has lost. That's it. He has laying down one assimilator. Back then and now all he needs to do is defend it and push it and try to do the damage. Meanwhile, Kaboom is actually laying down another hatchery, and it's mass roaches up against his army. It's all gonna be very close. He needs to take out these extractors at the end of the day. It's gonna come very close. Sickness saving himself right there with the last pro, but he doesn't have any resources, no possibility to lay down a nexus, so everything is in shambles for Sickness at the moment. He needs to do the damage while Kaboom can. Oh, Void Ray's coming in here, and Void Ray's very nice because he knows that Kaboom actually doesn't have any anti-air, so all he needs to do is use the Void Rays to snipe off everything, because that's all he needs at the moment. Meanwhile, Kaboom has actually secured an expansion right here with a queen for the defensive, and we'll see what that happens. And now just trying to snipe off overlords. There are a lot of overlords on the map, so that might not be a problem. As you can see, moving with those Void Rays, we'll be surprised to actually find a queen here and a full working base. Let's see what happens. Taking out creep tumors now. Oh no, creep tumors spawning, and it's close. It's close. Fact of the matter is, right now Kaboom doesn't have any production buildings, and any actually tech buildings, so he's actually opting to go. There we go, spawning pool, evolution chamber, everything. Kaboom needs to move out. He's feeling very confident about his Void Rays, but soon he'll discover that that's not the case. Seeing the hatchery, taking it down, slowing everything. He needs to slow everything until he get a Hydroden or something out. Void Rays coming in. He should take out this extractor, finally deciding to take out that lonely extractor. As you can see, now the Void Ray has taken out that first building. Gonna take out, laying down a lot of spore crawlers, as you can see, to make sure that, no, don't do that, trying to take out the queen. A lot of spore crawlers to try and defend against this Void Ray attack, and once these spore crawlers get up, that could mean that poor Kaboom is in danger. But now, a couple of spore crawlers finally up, and now he needs to take out these spore crawlers before they start coming up. And now the spore crawlers are coming up, and these Void Rays are actually gonna fall. There's a small encounter here, trying to run in for the extractor. A couple of Zerglings in there, but no, they fall. Still defending it, but now losing the Void Rays. Very nice bait and switch right there for Kaboom, actually opting to go to an attack and making sure that he loses the Void Rays. And now it's gonna come into a base race. Will he be able to take out everything? Here comes the running. A couple of sentries to make sure that they will wall in, laying down the first force field. Will they have enough energy to keep this army at bay while while Sickness manages to take out the army? He needs to lay down another force field soon. Come on, lay down another force field. Force field. There we go. Nice timing, and they're saving it. Going in for the kill. He needs to take out everything before Kaboom lays lays down another expansion. Does he have resources? He does have the resources. Take the buildings out. Stop jerking around. There we go. Now he needs to go back on the defensive fast. Indeed, because he's running out of energy. He does have one full sentry on energy. Once he takes out this army, he will be ahead. Very close game, leaving one burrowed roach. He does, Sickness does not have an observer, leaving a couple of buried roaches. And there we go. This is very smart play indeed by Kaboom. Kaboom will run in. He actually has movement, but while laying down another force field. So Sickness is aware of these burrowed roaches and the danger they represent. Another expansion. Will we see another? Probably. Separating the forces. Actually, I think he can. Stalkers, they do not have blink. Stalkers might be able to run from the roaches, but they won't be able to do enough damage. He needs to take out... There is a vital void ray to take out this expansion. It will be a while, but once the void ray gets charges, there we go, losing a lot of health. Let's see. Units tab says how many we have. 8 more drones, so that means that we still might be able to see an expansion. Separating the army. Controlling the army. Soon this expansion will fall. I have no idea where the final drones are. As you can see, slowly losing health. Charged up void ray. Meanwhile, this army for Sickness is still spread, holding the line against these burrowed units, making sure that he does not lose that extractor. Now finally separating his army. Not a good idea. He needs to take out this expansion very soon. Will he be able to? Is there any more extractors on the map? The expansion has finally fallen. Another one being laid down. Another hatchery being laid down. Right now, oh no, there's a roach in here. He needs to pull back fast, and he needs to keep those sentries alive, because the sentries are the last ditch effort holding this base together. And now that he's gonna lose the sentry, he needs to micro that sentry away. Oh my god, he needs to micro. No, sentry has fallen, and that is huge, because right now that means that he cannot hold the ramp. There we go. Oh, very smart play indeed by Sickness. They're attacking his young units, using the splash damage to take out the roaches. Sadly, the roaches buried. He actually might want to take care not to kill his own units, trying to do the damage, but the roaches are just healing themselves, and he does not know exact the position of this roach. This roach fell through that smart attack, but right now, oh my god, laying down a lot of spore crawlers, and finally trying to secure another expansion. A lot of spore crawlers against that lonely void ray, and he should try and take out this extractor. Take out this freaking extractor. But he knows he wants to take out this expansion. Actually, the void ray has an easy shot from this position, and laying down so many spore crawlers means that you are losing your edge when it comes to. And very nice repositioning those spore crawlers to make sure that they can defend this base. Will the void ray get here in time? Finally separating the army. He has left up an immortal here to deal with the roach and a couple of stalkers, and now it's gonna come stalker colossus against these. And whoop, there it is. Nice, using the range of the colossus to try and slowly snipe off there we go, sniping off one spore crawler. And now where is that void ray? Void ray actually trying to chase down the drones, finding the drones. There we go, trying to take out the drones, but void rays don't do that much damage, burrowing them because burrow. And oh my god, taking away these stalkers as well. He does have one more stalker and one more immortal. Now the roaches try and go in for the kill, but no, the roaches will actually fall, and trying to micro away, hiding right behind it. This is good strategy. Very nice play indeed, and trying to run away while doing enough damage, taking out a couple of roaches. Meanwhile, we have these stalkers here. He needs to take out this base. Very nice. Stalkers coming in here, stalkers and roaches. He needs to move out. Sadly, his colossus is out of position, going in behind. Why is he retreating? Cannot be. And now it's stalker versus roaches, and stalker versus roaches not the best matchup. He does have more stalkers, trying to take out another spore crawler, Four stalkers without blink. They cannot fight the roaches. Now 4 more roaches. How many roaches do we have? 5 roaches on the map. How many stalkers? We have 6 stalkers. Stalkers trying to take out the spore crawlers, taking out a couple of spore crawlers. That is huge. Meanwhile, the void ray is chasing across the map. This is a long game. I did not expect it to go down. When I saw that Protoss ball of death, I honestly gave the match. Another extractor. I hate these things. Void ray on the chase. This is the last ditch effort for Sickness. He needs to keep this alive.
Will he can he bring up a couple of more stalkers, taking out the last couple of roaches? He only has 3 more roaches. 4 more roaches probably, that big counting the one. There's a queen, there's a queen. Burrow by the queen. Very nice indeed. And now gonna start working on the expansion. Void Ray is chasing down the the overlords. God, I should really stop talking like that, because at this point of the game, as you can see, the game is slightly overtaking out this expansion. So right now, this extractor is all that is left for Kaboom. But did Sickness spot that? Sickness did spot that. So come on, Sickness, take it out, take it out. I am rooting for Sickness at this specific point in time for 2 reasons: because I don't like Zerg, and because I like the Protoss Ball of Death. I was impartial throughout the game, but at this point I have to say I've picked a favorite, especially considering that both of them only have an extractor. Actually, 2 extractors. So yeah, taking out that final Spore Crawler. Soon Sickness will have vision. Taking out this extractor, so soon he will have vision of this. Oh, he actually sees this, I think. Yep, he sees this. Gonna take it out, and that's gonna be that. I think nothing gonna happen. As you can see, this is defended. Gonna still try and take out that one roach, but not gonna happen. He knows that he cannot take out that one. Oh my god, another extractor! Another extractor, but there we go. Kaboom called the GG, and there it is, finally over, because he knows he cannot pop up, and he only had, there we go, canceling the extractor. So calls the GG. It was a great game, a long game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.